Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most influential self-help books of all time, Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. Whether you're looking to improve your social skills, build stronger relationships, or become a more effective leader, this book has timeless advice for everyone. So, let's get started. Dale Carnegie published this classic in 1936, but its principles are just as relevant today. We'll break down the key concepts and give you real-life examples to help you apply these ideas in your own life. Chapter 1. Fundamental Techniques in Handling People. First up, Carnegie emphasizes 3 fundamental techniques for handling people. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Carnegie explains that criticizing others not only hurts their pride but also puts them on the defensive. Instead, he suggests focusing on the positive aspects. For example, imagine a workplace scenario where a colleague makes a mistake on a project. Instead of criticizing them, you could say, "I noticed we had a few errors in the report, but I appreciate how thorough you were in gathering the data. Let's review it together to make sure everything is perfect." This way, you're fostering a cooperative spirit rather than creating conflict. Give honest and sincere appreciation. Everyone craves appreciation. Carnegie tells a story about Charles Schwab, who was known for his genuine appreciation of his employees. Schwab would walk through his steel mill and compliment workers on their efforts, boosting morale and productivity. In your life, make it a habit to acknowledge others' efforts. For instance, if a friend helps you move, a heartfelt, "Thank you, I couldn't have done this without you," goes a long way. Arouse in the other person an eager want. To influence others, you need to appeal to their desires. Carnegie shares an example of a father trying to get his son to practice piano. Instead of nagging, he finds out the boy wants to play in a band. By aligning the practice with the boy's desire to join a band, the father makes it more appealing. In your interactions, always ask yourself, what does the other person want? And frame your request in that light. Chapter 2. 6 Ways to Make People Like You. These principles are key to building strong relationships. Become genuinely interested in other people. Show genuine interest in others by asking questions about their lives, hobbies, and interests. For instance, if you meet someone at a party who mentions they love hiking, ask them about their favorite trails. This shows you value them as a person, not just a potential contact. Smile. A simple smile can make a world of difference. Carnegie points out that smiling is a powerful nonverbal communication tool. For example, when you greet your colleagues with a smile each morning, it sets a positive tone for the day. Remember that a person's name is, to that person, the sweetest sound in any language. Using someone's name in conversation makes them feel valued. Imagine you're at a networking event and meet someone named Sarah. Instead of just saying, "Hi," you could say, "Hi Sarah, it's great to meet you." This personal touch leaves a lasting impression. Be a good listener. Encourage others to talk about themselves. People love to talk about themselves. Be an attentive listener. During a conversation, ask open-ended questions like, "What do you enjoy most about your job?" This shows you're engaged and interested in their perspective. Talk in terms of the other person's interests. Find common ground by discussing topics that interest the other person. If your coworker loves cooking, ask for their favorite recipes or cooking tips. This creates a connection based on shared interests. Make the other person feel important, and do it sincerely. Everyone wants to feel important. Acknowledge others' contributions and achievements. For example, if a team member does an excellent job on a presentation, compliment them sincerely, saying, "Your presentation was outstanding. You really captured the client's needs." Chapter 3. How to win people to your way of thinking. Moving on, Carnegie gives us 12 principles for winning people to our way of thinking. Avoid arguments. Arguments rarely change minds. Instead, seek common ground and understand the other person's perspective. If a disagreement arises, say something like, "I see your point. Let's explore how we can find a solution that works for both of us." Show respect for the other person's opinions. Never say, "You're wrong." Respect differing opinions. If someone expresses a viewpoint you disagree with, respond with, "That's an interesting perspective. Can you tell me more about why you think that?" This opens up a respectful dialogue. If you are wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically. Owning up to your mistakes builds trust. For instance, if you miss a deadline, admit it and say, "I apologize for missing the deadline. I'll ensure it doesn't happen again." This shows accountability. Begin in a friendly way. Starting a conversation with a friendly tone sets a positive atmosphere. When discussing a tough topic, begin with a warm greeting and a smile to ease any tension. Get the other person saying, "Yes, yes" immediately. Find points of agreement early in the conversation. For example, if negotiating with a client, start with common goals like, "We both want this project to succeed, right?" This sets a collaborative tone. Let the other person do a great deal of the talking. Encourage the other person to share their thoughts. In meetings, ask open-ended questions like, "What are your thoughts on this proposal?" This makes them feel valued and heard. Let the other person feel that the idea is theirs. People are more committed to ideas they believe are their own. If you want to implement a new strategy at work, involve your team in brainstorming sessions and build on their suggestions. Try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view. Empathy goes a long way. If a customer is upset, try to understand their frustration by saying, "I can see why this would be frustrating for you. Let's find a solution together." Be sympathetic with the other person's ideas and desires. Show empathy and support. If a friend is stressed about a project, offer understanding and say, "I know how stressful big projects can be. How can I help?" Appeal to the nobler motives. Appeal to higher values. In fundraising, for instance, highlight how donations support a greater cause, saying, "Your contribution helps provide clean water to communities in need." Dramatize your ideas. Make your ideas vivid and memorable. In a presentation, use stories, visuals, and examples to illustrate your points. For example, if pitching a marketing campaign, share a success story from a similar campaign. Throw down a challenge. People love challenges. Motivate your team by setting ambitious goals and encouraging friendly competition. Say, let's see if we can increase our sales by 20% this quarter. I know we can do it. Chapter 4. Be a leader. How to change people without giving offense or arousing resentment. Finally, Carnegie offers 9 principles for being a leader and changing people without creating resentment. Begin with praise and honest appreciation. Start with positive feedback. For example, in a performance review, begin with, "You've done an excellent job on your recent projects. There's one area I'd like us to work on together." Call attention to people's mistakes indirectly. Address mistakes subtly. Instead of saying, "You did this wrong," you might say, "Let's review this part again to ensure we're on the same page." Talk about your own mistakes before criticizing the other person. Share your own errors first. If a team member missed a detail, you could say, "I remember when I made a similar mistake. Here's how I handled it." Ask questions instead of giving direct orders. Frame directives as questions. Instead of saying, "Do this," try, "Could you help me with this task?" This invites collaboration. Let the other person save face. Allow others to maintain their dignity. If someone makes an error in a meeting, address it privately rather than in front of everyone. Praise the slightest improvement and praise every improvement. Acknowledge progress, no matter how small. For example, if an employee improves their punctuality, say, "I've noticed you're arriving on time more often. Great job." Give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. Build a positive image. Tell someone, "You're known for your attention to detail. I trust you'll handle this project with that same precision." Use encouragement. Make the fault seem easy to correct. Be encouraging. If someone struggles with a task, say, "With a bit more practice, I know you'll master this." Make the other person happy about doing the thing you suggest. Frame requests positively. For instance, completing this report will really showcase your skills to the senior team. To wrap up, How to Win Friends and Influence People is packed with practical advice for building better relationships and becoming a more effective communicator. Remember, the key is to be genuine, empathetic, and respectful in all your interactions. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. And let us know in the comments which principle you're excited to try out.